Good morning, traders. Matt Weller here, Global Head of Research with FOREX.com. Today is the 6th of May, 2026. It's a Wednesday, and markets are optimistic that we may be getting a Taco Tuesday on a Wednesday, the day after Cinco de Mayo. In today's video, I'll explain everything that you need to know ahead of today's U.S. session. Let's get into it. So we've seen a number of positive headlines overnight. Basically, the U.S. and Iran, at least through media outlets, are putting forward that they're nearing a one-page memorandum of understanding to open the Strait of Hormuz to have Iran give up its highly enriched uranium, and then longer nuclear negotiations to take place at a later date. Of course, for traders, the biggest concern is the Strait of Hormuz. We've seen some positive signs toward opening, though just as I'm going to press now, we have seen, I wouldn't say cold water, but certainly some skepticism that this deal could be reached. Either way, markets are taking it in stride, with oil falling about 7%, though that is up from falling 12% earlier in the day. We see U.S. indices rising about 1%, the dollar falling sharply, and gold in rally mode as well. This shows how eager traders are for an end to this conflict, and likely how risk sentiment could take off if and when that's confirmed. They're sort of in buy first, ask questions later mode, and we'll see if that continues as we move through the week. Of course, future headlines will be key, and any resumption of hostilities could quickly unwind some of these moves. In other news, we see likely, or at least suspected, intervention from the Ministry of Finance and Bank of Japan in the yen again. In yesterday's video, I talked about how traders were playing chicken with those Japanese authorities. We saw dollar yen rise as high as about 158, fell to a 10-week low near 155, now bouncing back a bit. We continue to see these Japanese authorities throw money at the problem, hoping to buy time until we see the Strait of Hormuz opening and perhaps risk sentiment returning. Keep an eye on that storyline, especially if you're trading the Japanese yen. And then in more traditional economic data, we did get the ADP employment report. That came in at 109,000 versus about 100,000 expected. I also saw other expectation numbers closer to 120. So either way, a stronger report than we saw last month, and at least moderately positive sign heading in to Friday's non-farm payrolls report. I will bring you a full preview of that report in tomorrow's video. Today's chart of the day could be nothing other than oil prices. Here on a 4-hour chart looking at WTI, you can see the broad range between about 80 and 110 that we've been in basically since the start of the U.S.-Iran conflict and the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. More immediately, oil has fallen sharply below the 97.50 level, which represents the lowest level that it had previously traded at so far this month. The next levels to watch to the downside include around 85, and then the bottom of that range at 80 if we continue to see positive headlines. Meanwhile, if this one-page memorandum does not emerge, especially as we head into next week and beyond, oil prices could rally again. Expect to see near-term resistance at that previous support level near 97.50 if that is indeed how it plays out. That is today's video. Thank you for carving a couple minutes out of your day to watch. If I could ask just one quick favor before you go, please do just drop a like on this video. It's a great free way to show your support, and it really helps us with the algorithms. And if you're not already, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel at FOREX.com. Thanks again, and best of luck trading these volatile markets.